Today's takeaway in one sentence. The new Takaichi cabinet must work at full speed to revive Japan, and the meeting with President Trump will be its first big test. Hello everyone. I'm Satoshi Hamada, a former member of Japan's House of Councillors. I am aiming to return to national politics, and I am sharing in English as training to communicate with leaders around the world. It is now 0:45 a.m. on October 23, 2025, and I'm speaking from Yokohama. Today, I will introduce a Sankei Shimbun editorial. The Sankei Shimbun is a national daily, often described as conservative leaning in Japanese media politics. Here is uh, the outline of the article. It welcomes the launch of Takaichi cabinet and the new coalition framework with Nippon Ishin as outside partners and urges them to work for the nation. It says the top priority is to revive Japan amid global turmoil and a harsh security environment, starting with quick, effective inflation measures. If you want to read the original Japanese text, please check the link in the description. Now I will read my plain English translation of the editorial. The Diet elected Sanae Takaichi as Prime Minister, and after the imperial investiture, she became Japan's 104th leader, the first woman in our constitutional history. Nippon Ishin, which shares basic policies with the LDP, joined the ruling setup as an outside partner. We welcome the birth of Takaichi administration and the start of this new coalition. The cabinet, the LDP and Ishin must work with full strength for the nation and its people. The coalition agreement begins by stressing that breaking through a national crisis and achieving Japan's revival are the highest priorities. Amid the most severe and complex security environment since the war, it vows to push domestic and foreign policies to make Japan stronger, richer, and a proud independent state. This is a sound and timely awareness of the problem. We live in a time of upheaval. The Takaichi government must help Japan stand up again and secure peace and prosperity. In the leadership vote, Takaichi won just over a majority. The LDP and Ishin alone do not hold a majority. She should seek cooperation from parties and lawmakers who share basic policies and restore stable politics. Takaichi and LDP executives must build party unity and trust with Ishin, and Ishin must take responsibility for governing. Appointing former leadership rivals to key posts and naming Ishin's Takashi Endo as a special advisor to promote the coalition agenda reflects this stance. The government must tackle high prices at once. Ideas such as scrapping the provisional gasoline tax rate are being discussed. But what matters is to pass an effective FY 2025 supplementary budget quickly. Speed is essential. Later this month, Prime Minister Takaichi will meet US President Trump. This summit will test her diplomatic skill. She should use her position as the successor to former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe to build trust with Mr. Trump. That trust is the basis for strengthening the alliance and its deterrence. Mr. Trump will likely press Japan to fully carry out the US-Japan understanding on Trump tariffs concluded under the previous Ishiba administration. Prime Minister Takaichi must respond in ways that do not harm the alliance or Japan's national interest. Japan must also keep Mr. Trump's attention on Northeast Asian security issues. To do so, Japan must signal its firm resolve to defend its peace and independence against threats from China and North Korea. Japan should also strongly seek U.S. cooperation to resolve the abductions of Japanese citizens by North Korea. The coalition pact includes many reforms in national security. These are comparable in significance to the Abe-era reforms and Kishida's start on a major defense build-up. It is important that the government brings forward the revision of the new three key security documents. The current plan secures a combined defense and related spending at 2% of GDP in FY 2027. The earlier revision likely means more funding and a new defense posture. The pact also calls for stronger intelligence functions. Japan should establish a national intelligence bureau and an independent foreign intelligence service and pass anti-espionage laws. On foreign residents, introducing quantitative management is extremely important, along with steps against illegal acts and system abuse. All these measures must be carried out without fail. Protecting national independence and ensuring people can live in safety are the basis of prosperity. To stabilize imperial succession, the government should aim to amend the imperial house law in the next ordinary diet session to make male line males from former princely houses a member of the imperial family. On constitutional change, the pact specifies launching a ruling party drafting council during the current extraordinary session for revising Article 9 and creating an emergency clause. We must move constitutional debate forward. Ishin's conditions, cutting 10% of House of Representatives seats, a secondary capital initiative, and a social security reform including lower contribution rates for working generations are key to the coalition future. These should advance with a broad public input. It is said Prime Minister Takaichi tends to take on too much work out of zeal. Proper rest and health management are duties of a leader. She should also trust ministers and party leaders and delegate work appropriately. Those are the main points of the editorial. Thank you for watching. Now let me speak about a very important issue, NHK. NHK is Japan's public broadcaster, but I believe it has become a problematic organization that seems influenced by foreign powers such as China. Even today, NHK has not adapted full scrambling for its broadcasts. NHK sends signals without permission and collects fees by visiting houses that have not paid. This is extremely inefficient and cannot be justified. During my time in the upper house, I made NHK reform my top priority. It was our most important pledge in the 2019 House of Councillors election. I will end with my usual message. By increasing the number of citizens who do not pay the NHK fee, we will break NHK. Thank you again and see you in the next video. Bye.